Now, as a practicing neurologist and psychiatrist, I don't usually get shocked by my patients' habits. But after reviewing studies about vitamin safety, I was surprised by how many seemingly healthy supplements can hurt our brain overnight. And please, don't forget to subscribe. Now, there are two ways vitamins can raise your risk of stroke and brain injury. First, they can cause an abnormal rhythm in your heart, which is called arrhythmia. And the second way is they can raise your blood pressure. Both of these effects are more likely when you take high doses of vitamins daily. While it's great for bone health, studies show that taking more than 100 micrograms or 1,000 IU of vitamin D daily increases the risk of stroke and heart attack. This may be because high levels of vitamin D can lead to high calcium in the blood, which can clog arteries and reduce blood flow to the brain. Now, you may be surprised to hear this, but taking more than 200 micrograms of vitamin K one daily raises the risk of stroke by up to 3 times. But did you know that taking more than 1,200 micrograms of vitamin K2 daily can increase your risk of stroke? Most of us know vitamin C for its role in boosting our immune system and helping with colds. If you've ever heard of the biotin diet, you know that it's all about using this B vitamin to improve hair, skin, and nail health. But did you know that taking more than 500 milligrams of this vitamin daily increases your risk of kidney stones? That's more than 10 times the recommended daily intake. So, if you're concerned about your cognitive abilities, explore other options instead of risking kidney problems. But did you know that taking more than 5 milligrams of biotin daily can increase your risk of false positive results in certain lab tests? This means that if you are taking biotin and have to undergo blood work, the results may not be accurate, leading to misdiagnosis and inappropriate treatment. But did you know that taking more than 2 grams of this vitamin daily increases your risk of stomach bleeding? So if you're planning to pop those daily vitamin C tablets, make sure you're not taking more than the recommended amount. But did you know that taking more than 3,500 milligrams of this nutrient daily can lead to a fishy odor? That's more than 10 times the recommended daily intake. So be mindful of your choline consumption to avoid any unwanted side effects. That's more than 10 times the recommended daily intake. The more you know about the risks of overdosing on vitamins, the better equipped you'll be to make healthy choices. Please post your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe. Even though vitamin K2 is good for your bones, keep your daily intake in check to avoid any potential risks. This is because vitamin K1 helps our blood clot, and that can be dangerous if we already have a high risk of stroke. So watch your intake of K1, especially if you're over 60 or have other risk factors for stroke. Remember, a little D goes a long way. Also, when you take them late in the day, there's a higher chance that the effects will hit you during the night when you're most vulnerable. Just like vitamin D, E has antioxidant properties that protect our cells from damage. But taking more than 300 milligrams daily increases the risk of stroke and bleeding in the brain. This risk is particularly high in people with dementia. In fact, people with Alzheimer's disease who took large amounts of vitamin E supplements were 2.4 times more likely to die from their condition within a year. So moderation is key. I'm going to share 9 of those with you today. But first, let me ask you something. Do you take any daily vitamins? And if so, which ones? Post in the comments below. I'm a board-certified neurologist, a clinical professor of medicine at a major medical school, and author of a best-selling book. But taking high doses of this vitamin can also increase your risk of heart problems like stroke and high blood pressure. A study showed that taking 200 milligrams of B6 daily raised the risk of cardiovascular events by 40%. That's equivalent to 10 times the recommended daily intake. So remember, just like with wine and chocolate, a little B6 can be good for you, but too much can lead to big trouble. Let's start with vitamin A. You might be thinking, wait, I thought vitamin A was good for my eyes. But did you know that taking more than 100,000 IU, or 30,000 micrograms of vitamin A daily, increases your risk of stroke by up to 3 times? Well, it is. That's more than 5 times the amount you need for good health. Now, it's important to note that this risk only applies to people over 60 years old. The same dose of vitamin A reduces the risk of stroke in younger people. So why does it affect us differently as we age? It's because our bodies become less efficient at filtering out harmful substances, including excess vitamins. So make sure to choose wisely, because even essential nutrients can become dangerous when overconsumed. Next, vitamin B6. When you think of vitamin B6, you probably think of its benefits for sleep and mood. Then we have vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin, because our bodies make it when exposed to sunlight. Now, let's talk about the alphabet soup, vitamin E next. We have K1. After K1, we have K2, which works with K1 in bone metabolism and preventing excessive clotting. And now we're on to the last 4 vitamins on our list. Number 8, vitamin C. Then we have biotin. Next, pantothenic acid. If you've ever experienced brain fog, you might have considered taking pantothenic acid to sharpen your focus. You may be familiar with choline as an ingredient in memory supplements. Last but certainly not least, choline. I hope you found this information helpful. And remember, knowledge is power.